Spider Spot, where you can trade in your used spiders for cash or credit. This is Spider-Man speaking. Man, this place has gone downhill lately.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, which physically is not a very large level. It's actually pretty tiny. But we're going to be spending a lot of time here anyway because we have to do a whole lot of NPC side quests. There's a hidden entrance to the sewer down here, which we'll be using in a bit.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Tonight I'll be preparing filet de symbiote in cream sauce.
So you might wonder, what is Spider-Man's obsession with making fat jokes about the Kingpin in this game? That's not just a part of this game, he makes them a lot in the actual Web of Shadows as well. And not only does he know that Kingpin's fat is actually all muscle, but that just seems really weird for Spider-Man to do in the first place, not to mention it's out of character for Kingpin to be bothered by such things.
Jeez, it's raining cats and parasitic alien symbiotes out here.
One of Kingpin's defining traits is how secure of his own power he is. And that makes it a lot more impressive when he's actually surprised or defeated, because he holds all the cards.
Morning to you, Spidey!
I wonder if that great Italian restaurant is still here.
On the way back, we can actually see the bakery he's referring to that you might have missed the first time. It's right here. Just says Irish Bakery. We were already down in the sewer, so we know what's down there. The key is over and to the left, where previously there was nothing. There's also a power-up over to our right, but we'll get that on our way out. In the bigger Spider-Man games, you never really fight through specific locations like Hell's Kitchen or Harlem or anything like that. I mean, you can briefly swing through them, but you're never in one place for an extended period of time. You might have noticed I've been having a good time juggling enemies lately. Whenever we have a quest, we can pause to look in the menu and see what the quest description is. I guess that's handy, but it's a little weird because you can only have one quest at a time. And it's always obvious what you're meant to be doing, because they tell you.
Morning to you, Spidey!
If I missed my Pilates class because of all this, I won't be happy.
Previously, we couldn't climb up to the rafters to take out these things. Now we can, though, because the guy asked us to. Just like last time, we're going to use Black Spidey's dash charge to get rid of all of them. because it is the most convenient way to do so. After we get rid of all of them, we still have to kill all the symbiotes on the ground floor that may have spawned. I'll get back to you when we're done with that.
Morning to you, Spidey! Thanks!
Looks like smoke from the crash over in that alley.
Hello there, young man.
I mean, I really wish I could say that's the first time I heard of the cereal box conspiracy, but I've been on the internet a long time, so... These smaller versions of the egg sacs are just like the bigger ones. That's it. There's nothing different about them at all. Also, we can hit enemies while we swing as Black Spidey, but it's not very, very convenient. Enemies are certainly starting to show up in bigger numbers, though, and that will continue until we finish the game, with the last level having the largest number of enemies, to the point it almost turns into Dynasty Warriors. When there are too many enemies on screen at once, the egg sacs... I forgot I had that power-up and I was very confused. When there are too many enemies on screen at once, the egg sacs will grow spikes and become invulnerable for a brief period of time. I'm not sure why I'm not using Black Spidey's dash to take care of these. Maybe I thought it would be good to show off the red suit a bit more, but we'll be using the red suit plenty, because we did get an upgrade for it just a bit ago, making it almost as strong as the black suit. Almost. So do you think this friend of that guy is Sheki, do you think he's normal? Think he's a normal guy? I mean, maybe we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Maybe Sheki's nothing like Mr. Cereal Box Conspiracy. He should be pretty easy to spot, though. I mean, that sounded like a pretty unique outfit. Oh. I mean, I'm gonna assume this is Sheki, since the game pointed out to us, oh, the pillow is a bank bag full of cash. If this is Sheki, I kinda want to know where this guy got a bank bag full of cash from. That might be important to know, since we're Spider-Man and all that.
Hello there, young man. have a bright and sunny day.
I love so much of the voice acting in this game. I wish I could have gotten paid to read that line. I would have nailed it. Nailed the hell out of it. So we're not quite done helping people yet.
Spider-Man! Thank goodness, get us out of here!
So this woman said, "We're up here," which of course means more than one of them, and you might figure they're 4 separate people, but they're actually all clones of each other. There are 5 clones up there. You might think maybe they're twin sisters, but they all have the same dialogue as well.
Hey! Over here!
So, you know, I'll get back to you when we're done escorting all of them to safety. Because it's literally the same thing 4 times, but at least it only takes a minute.
This looks like the right way.
I'm sure that some of these quests may seem optional, but none of them actually are. You actually need to do all this stuff to get through. So keep that in mind if you play it for yourself, thinking you can skip this. You can skip some of them, but not a lot of them. I like that Spidey looked up toward the roof and said, "This looks like the way up," like somehow this was the only way forward. Then again, he said he could see the smoke from the crash and we can't, so he probably knows what he's talking about. Maybe someday Spidey will get the ability to move in 3 dimensions, and that will make reaching his destinations a lot easier.
Someone help! My babies! My babies! Oh no, my angels! Why, cruel bird, why?
You say don't freak out, Spidey, but it looked a lot like he was already freaking out to me. So we don't get any experience from these individual enemies, but we get experience when we beat all of them and the cage opens. Now, he said he wouldn't let them go, but regardless, when you open the cage, they just fly away. Presumably so you can't see how hideous they look. Manhattan Realtors. Spend big, live small. I'm sure that makes a lot more sense to someone who actually lives in Hell's Kitchen. I mean, you're not here to get a lecture on gentrification, you're here to watch Spidey beat up symbiotes and free pigeons. That's what you came here to watch. That's why you clicked on this video, right? Well, too bad, that's what you're watching anyway. Sometimes this game will say quest complete when the quest isn't actually completed yet. For example, if you kill these last symbiotes, it will say quest complete, but you still need to go back and talk to the guy who owns the pigeons. I realized back when I first played this game, and even more so while recording it, that a lot of these side quests probably seem like they're invented to waste your time. And they probably are, but they have a good sense of humor and they're entertaining while they're at it, so... I mean, without these quests, the game would probably be much shorter. And it's not like it's not fun, so...
I can see the smoke from the crash from up here.
We're all very grateful, Spider-Man!
I can't think of any good reason they couldn't have just inserted chat from the Marvel family-friendly Spider-Man Adventure comics. I'm trying to remember what those comics were called. I know that's not their name.
Over there.
Marvel Adventures Spider-Man, that's what it was. Spider-Man's girlfriend who could talk to animals, mostly birds. She talked to birds a lot. They should have just put her in there.
Parker! They're everywhere! No! 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 Yeah!
So we actually have two separate objectives for this quest that rely on one another. We need to protect the SHIELD agents from the symbiotes, which means coming down here when there's too many of them, and keeping them away. But after we clear away enough symbiotes, we need to go back up and break the eggs, otherwise they'll spawn infinitely. However, the eggs grow spikes whenever the SHIELD agents are in trouble again, so you need to come back down. And there's 4 eggs up here, I think maybe 5, so it's just an endless back and forth of dropping down to the bottom floor and then going back up and hitting on the eggs some more. It takes a while, so I'm gonna spare you that.
They're everywhere! What?
Oh boy. Jessica? Jessica! This isn't right!
I'm losing control!
Welcome to my favorite boss fight against Jessica Drew. She has 3 attacks. She can do that. When we need to jump behind her when she starts that animation, or else she'll hit us no matter where we are in front of her. Now, her second attack is that explosion where she pounds the ground. No way to get around that, just stay away from it. And her third attack is when she bounces off the wall and lands on you.
Brain is
She's vulnerable after she bounces off the wall, and after that shockwave attack she does. This one, not the one where she pounds the ground.
You can't beat a girl.
I like this boss fight so much because she moves around a lot. And it's really satisfying to hit her after she uses that shockwave. It's a fun boss, but it's still pretty simple, and all of the bosses in this game are simple. I wouldn't recommend it for its outstanding boss fight design or anything. Really, it's only recommended if you love Spidey and want a good laugh. It's entertaining at the least, but it's not outstanding in any capacity.
What's the matter? Symbiote got your tongue? Uh-oh. Look, I'll just take the plans and catch up with you later. We'll look back on this and laugh someday. Go for Spidey.